Northern Light Webcasting Network, in conjunction with Colfax High School, presents Viking Pregame. A look at today's Colfax Vikings game. And now, Viking Pregame.
Good evening and welcome to Viking Pregame. Rick Olson here in the NLWN-TV studio, and we're getting ready to bring you Colfax Viking Football. Tonight, the Vikings, with a record of 1-6 overall, will take on the 3-4 overall Elmwood Plum City Wolves. The Vikings are looking to build on the positive aspect of scoring against the Turtle Lake Lakers last week, while the Wolves are looking to bounce back following their 28-0 defeat at the hands of the Boyceville Bulldogs. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Pregame, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Colfax Vikings and the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Then we'll get Coach DeMoe's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Then we'll go out to Colfax High School, where we will bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game. All that coming up right after this timeout. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. Tonight, the Vikings will try to build on their fourth quarter success last week against the Turtle Lake Lakers. This week, the Vikings will take on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. The Vikings come into tonight's game with a record of 1 win and 6 losses, while the Wolves come into tonight's game with a record of 3 wins and 4 losses. Now, the Wolves opened the season with 3 losses in a row to Pepin Alma, Blair Taylor, and Spring Valley. They followed that with 3 wins in a row to Glenwood City, Clear Lake, and Cadott, before last week's 28-0 loss to Boyceville. In their loss last week to Boyceville, the Wolves were led by junior running back Trevor Asher, who rushed 18 times for 45 yards. The Wolves offense had a difficult time against Boyceville, gaining only 93 total yards and 0 yards passing. Now that compares to the Vikings, who put up nearly 300 yards of total offense against the Bulldogs. Now, on the season, the Wolves are led by Asher on the ground, who is rushing for an average of 112 yards per game. Through the air, they're led by senior quarterback Luke Webb, who's connecting on 55% of his passes, going 16 for 29 for 289 yards, 1 interception, and 2 touchdowns, and a quarterback rating of 98. On defense this season, the Wolves are led by the aforementioned Asher, who has 58 total tackles, including a sack and 2 tackles for loss. Defending through the air is Webb, who has 5 interceptions, including a pick 6 for a touchdown. Last week, the Vikings suffered another one-sided defeat, this time at the hands of the Turtle Lake Lakers. However, in the second half, it appeared as though the sun could be rising on the Vikings' fortune. Now, late in the third quarter, the Vikings drove deep into the red zone.
2 backs in the backfield. Throwing out to Ensminger. He's got it down around the 15-yard line. Vikings move into the red zone.
That drive ended, however, in an interception in the end zone on a pass that was pretty tightly contested. Then in the fourth quarter, the Vikings finally scored on a 66-yard touchdown pass from Brian Tuchel to Elijah Ensminger.
Tuchel looking downfield. He's got Ensminger. Ensminger has it. He's got it. Nobody's going to catch Elijah Ensminger. Touchdown Vikings. No flags on the field. It took them 11 quarters, almost 12 quarters to score, but doggone it, a touchdown feels good. Elijah Ensminger.
Coming up next, I caught up with Coach DeMoe at practice a little earlier this week, and we'll get his perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Then we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game between the Colfax Vikings and the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. All that coming up right after this timeout as you're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Time now to see what the coaches have to say. It's Coach's Corner, what they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
Today on Coach's Corner, we're talking with Matt DeMoe, the head coach of the Vikings. And Coach, even though the Vikings dropped their third game in a row last week, there did appear to be some bright spots, especially the latter part of the game. Your thoughts?
Yeah, there definitely was. We felt like our playbook opened up nicely. We needed a few more catches to happen, but like we had talked about last week, we needed the pass and be able to catch the ball to work, and it did at times, and it was definitely good for us. We just need to continue on that path.
Now, late in the game, the Vikings were able to score on that 66-yard touchdown pass from Brian Tuchel to Elijah Ensminger. That score had to have softened that loss a little bit and maybe have given the Vikings something to build on.
Yeah, definitely. We thought we had the ability to score once or twice more in that game, but it was nice to at least get one. Turtle Lake is definitely a team that they move the ball super well. Their offense was very good and very fast and very explosive, and we were swimming a few times out there with them. But it was nice for us to score to get a little momentum moving into this week.
So this week is homecoming week, and you take on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. What can you tell us about that matchup?
We're going from one extreme to the other. A team that passes 75% of the time to a team that doesn't pass very much. Double tight, double wing option type of stuff with a big, tall quarterback. So, I think it fits us a little bit better with what we do inside of the tackles defensively with our big boys up front. So that helps us out. But we have to stay disciplined throughout the whole game for us to be successful.
Now, it looks like they are kind of playing into the strength of your defense. You got to stay tough up the middle. And it does appear as though defensively your ends, your outside, your edge people are starting to turn the play in. Are the linebackers starting to flow a little better and get a little help?
Yeah, we're really focusing on in practice, getting our reads very quick so we can react to that so they can make plays and turn it back into our big boys up front. So, that's important for us again this week.
Is this a game where you might sneak an extra guy up into the box because they really don't pass very much?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we have to be aggressive, up front, and yeah, we will definitely sneak one or two in.
Any injuries or illnesses we need to be aware of?
We had a couple bumps and bruises at the start of the week, kind of a slow start to the week after the JV game, but we're going to be all good for the game tonight.
And so hopefully a good homecoming game tonight. Thank you, Coach DeMoe, for joining us on Coach's Corner, and we have more Viking pregame coming right up.
You've been listening to Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Stay tuned. There's more Viking pregame coming up right after this brief timeout. You're listening to Viking pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
All out on three. 1, 2, 3. All out. 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 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Bring it down.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet,
we discover
they're a little bit of a lot of things,
but they're all pure love.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. Tonight, we have the Vikings looking to get back on the winning track after back-to-back-to-back losses to the Boyceville Bulldogs, the Spring Valley Cardinals, and the Turtle Lake Lakers. We also have the Elmwood Plum City Wolves, who are also looking to get back on the winning track following last week's loss to Boyceville. The key to tonight's game for the Vikings is to put together sustained drives by continuing to reestablish the running attack and limiting turnovers. When the Wolves have the ball, the Vikings need to continue to be tough in the middle as well as shut down the outside runs. So it all adds up to some exciting high school football action right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Now, in just a few moments, we'll send it out to Colfax High School, where it's homecoming for the Vikings, and we'll be bringing you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game. You've been tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
You've been listening to Viking Pregame with a look at today's Colfax Vikings game. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking Football.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Colfax Viking Football is on the air. The Northern Light Webcasting Network, in conjunction with Colfax High School, proudly presents today's Colfax Vikings game. And now, out to the stadium for coverage of today's Colfax Vikings game.
And a good evening, and welcome to the Lee Bierquist Athletic Complex here at Colfax High School. And we're bringing you homecoming for the Vikings tonight, as the Vikings are getting ready to take on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. A little bit later, we will have the homecoming court for you, as we're getting very close to doing the national anthem. And tonight we have a color guard that's coming from Colfax's own American Legion Post 131 under the command of Chris Larson. Also in the color guard are Bill Yingst, Roger Knutson, and Ken Derrick. And the Vikings are headed down to their end zone for the national anthem and player introduction. We also have some officials that we're actually fairly familiar with, especially the referee tonight is Dave White. Dan and I have both worked with him in the past.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you have your mic turned on. I'm gonna try and do a better job of that tonight, Dan.
I don't say much anyways.
No, but it's nice that when you do that the mic is on. Van Bungard is also doing officiating tonight, along with Bob Fundheller, Dale Parr, and Dave Johannes. And they are just announcing the color guard, and so we will have the color guard taking the field for our national anthem.
Everyone, please stand if you are able. Wear your hats and honor the flag as the national anthem is sung by Colfax High School Trio, Elena Smith, Ava Sedovi, and Emma Palowitz.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red flame of its bursting came through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
And that was our national anthem, courtesy of a trio of Colfax Vikings, as the color guard is making their way off the field. And as the color guard makes their way off the field, the players are getting ready for the starting lineups. And Dan was noticing during the national anthem, we had a lot of rain this afternoon, light drizzly rain this afternoon, and it's going to be a foggy night, it looks like here. The fog is coming up out of the field. Kind of almost a Halloweenish looking, Dan.
Halloween's just around the corner.
And so we have, and here are the starting lineups for the Elmwood Plum City Wolves.
Number 5, Frank Wicks. Number 15, Ethan Pecos. Number 21, Trevor Asher. Number 22, Luke Webb. Number 50, Trace Anderson. Number 55, Ben Luther. Number 58, Blair Beagle. Number 68, Jordan Clare. And number 78, Peyton Cobb. The Wolves are coached by Michael Bertzer. And now, introducing the seniors for your 2021 Colfax Viking. Number 5, Bryce Sakura. Number 11, Austin Swanson. Number 12, Colton. Number 28, Aiden McKee. is Matt DeMole.
And now the Vikings come out, and they're going to burst through the sign saying Wolves for dinner as a team. All season long, the Vikings have been getting introduced as a team. So that Vikings starting offense will be Bryce Sikora at quarterback, Nick Jensen at tight end, Elijah Ensminger as a wide receiver, Austin Swanson as a wide receiver, Aiden McKee at running back, Asher Pekka is also a running back, Mark Solberg on the line, Ashton Greenwell, Dylan Hedela, Caleb Arnson, and Cameron Molina all on the line. The Elmwood Plum City Wolves won the coin toss and deferred to the second half. So the Vikings will receive and will be going from left to right. And teeing up the ball for the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Well, I can see it's a 70-something. There we go. Peyton Kopp is getting ready to kick off. Back deep for the Vikings is Elijah Ensminger, and I think it's Asher Pekka, but I'm not sure. And it's coming down to Ensminger. He gets it across the 25, stays on his feet out across the 30 to about the 31-yard line, where the Vikings will start first down.
Big key to the game will be the running game for both teams.
And the slippery turf tonight isn't going to help matters any.
Yeah,
and it's also going to make for a slick ball.
Yeah, Aiden McKee might have a big night. And a quick shout out to his family in Arizona watching tonight.
McKee at the tailback. Give to Ensminger going around the left side, and he loses some yards. That outside run was read well by Elmwood Plum City. Looks like Frank Weeks was first one in on the tackle, coming out of his linebacker spot. Loss of about 4. Sikora drops back, looking up, ball gets batted, but it got caught by Ensminger, but it was back at the line of scrimmage. In fact, a loss of another yard. Third down, 14 for the Vikings. Actually, make that 3rd and 15. Vikings come up to the line. Receivers split out wide to the left. Sikora drops back, looking out into the flat, and just overthrew Jensen at about the 40-yard line. Pass was incomplete. That brings up a 4th down. Back deep for Elmwood Plum City it looks like Christian Martin. Snap, Sikora's kick is away. It's going to come down around the 40, rolls down to the 35. Picked up there by Martin. He gets out across the 40 to the 45 to the 50 and gets taken down inside the 45-yard line of the Vikings. Martin let the ball come to him, picked it up, and scampered along the sideline. They're going to mark it at the 43-yard line. First down, Elmwood Plum City.
Colfax defense been stout all year. See if their front four can make a stand right away.
Elmwood Plum City runs the ball a lot. All right, up to the line of scrimmage, Luke Webb at quarterback. He puts a man in motion, gives it straight up the middle. Trevor Asher on the carry, gets it down across the 40 to about the 39. No, they're going to put it right on the 40-yard line. Gain of 3, second down 7. Asher, I believe, is the leading rusher for Elmwood Plum City. But Boyceville held him in check pretty good last week. Wolves at the line of scrimmage in the wishbone. Gives straight up the middle to Asher, and he gets it down across the 35 to the 34-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and a yard.
Dylan Heedle on the tackle for Colfax.
Third and I guess it's going to be about 2 yards to go. Wolves come up to the line, single setback this time. Tight slot on the left. Wide receiver split out wide to the left. Give it straight up the middle. Asher again, he gets it down to about the 30, and it's going to be a first down for the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. So the Wolves come up to the line of scrimmage. Everything's tight this time, wings on both sides. They put Pelzel in motion. Quick toss to him. Actually, it's Rapakis, and he gets knocked out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. That's going to bring up second down. And about, well, I think they're going to give it 3, maybe 2. All right, Rapakis on the wing. They put a man in motion. That's Allen. They give it to Asher. He takes it around the right end, and he's heading toward the pylon. Taken down right near the goal line, but not in. Looks like they're going to mark it at about the 1 or 2 yard line.
Something we've talked about the
That's where they're putting it. Go ahead, Dan.
Something we talked about the last, 3-4 games. Colfax has tried to turn them back inside.
And it gives straight up the middle. Asher on the carry. He did not get in. This time that defensive line stood tough. Second and goal from the 2. Elmwood Plum City up to the line. Webbs steps in under center. Give a toss around the left side. Asher takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. 2-yard run to the left side by Trevor Asher. Puts the Elmwood Plum City Wolves on top, 6-0.
Yeah, good job by Elmwood left side to seal it off and get the touchdown.
Elmwood Plum City comes up to the line, going for the 2-point conversion. Asher takes it himself, takes a little wildcat play, and around the right end into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Making the score, Elmwood Plum City 8 and the Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your animals feeling a little under the weather? Give the nice folks at Colfax Animal Hospital a call. Bruce Buckley is just what the doctor ordered. In fact, he is the doctor, and he's ready to help. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Give them a call at 715-962-3380.
Come and join me on Halloween night as the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV bring you a Halloween Party 2021. We will bring you a selection of the finest in Halloween old-time radio broadcasts, and we'll cap it all off with the classic War of the Worlds starring Orson Welles. That's Halloween night on both the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN-TV starting at 7 p.m. I'll see you then.
And Elmwood Plum City getting ready to kick off. It's a short one, bounces over the head of the Vikings. They pick it up at around the 20. Coming out to about the 25, taken down at about the 27-yard line. I'm waiting to see who got the ball. That was Asher Pekka on the return. They're going to mark it at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Vikings. That last ad for the Halloween party that we have with some old-time radio shows looked like the ghost was floating right over the field. We're getting so much fog out there now. And we have a whistle.
Yeah, I think they forgot to turn the fog machine off out there.
Trevor Asher has to go out of the lineup for an equipment issue for Elmwood Plum City. So the Vikings are at the line of scrimmage. Sikora at quarterback. Takes a snap, gives it straight up the middle to McKee, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage and not much else. They're going to say he got a yard on the play, so it's going to be 2nd down 9. Vikings come up to the line. Tight formation. Ensminger in motion. Toss around the left end to McKee. He gets it out across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 3. From the 33.
Yeah, good job by Cameron Molina on that for Colfax to be a road grader for McKee.
Ensminger split out wide to the right. Gives straight up the middle. This is McKee again. He gets a little bit of an opening and gets across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. 1st down, Vikings.
Yeah, good run by McKee there.
Vikings come up to the line.
So when you were coaching, Rick, did you have a game where it was ever total fog on the field?
Not like this. This is the thickest fog I've seen. We can't read the yard markers on the far side now. Give straight up the middle, and McKee on the carry. He gets it out to about the 44-yard line. Second down 7 from the 44. McKee at tailback. They're in their tight formation. Sikora tosses it around the left side to McKee. Face mask, and yes, the flag came in. Boy, we could see it from way up here in the stands to try to get McKee down. They reached up and grabbed hold of that face mask. And that's going to be some extra yards for the Vikings.
Yep.
And a personal foul, face mask. Turning a no gain into a pretty big gain and a 1st down for the Vikings. So they spotted in Elmwood Plum City territory at the 41-yard line. 1st down. And Sminger goes in motion. Gives straight up. Oh no, Sikora keeps it. He gets across the 35 down near the 30-yard line.
Looks like maybe just a little short of the first down.
Well, if you can see the stripe, you're a better man than I am there, Dan. It's somewhere in the fog out there. They're about a yard short. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, we are right almost at cloud level, like the top of the ceiling of it.
Vikings at the line. Give straight up. The ball's loose on the ground, but picked up by Sikora, and he got the first down. Maybe that's a good sign, because the Vikings do have a habit of putting the ball on the ground just as things start to look good, but this time they picked it up and made some yards.
Yeah, I don't think that was a design play.
I don't think so either. So they're at the 30, or checked at the 28-yard line. First and 10 for the Vikings. And it's a give straight up the middle, getting down to about the 25-yard line. McKee on the carry. I see Jeff Bisley trying to make sure we have a scoreboard to look at up there. He's got it going now. Vikings at the line. Give to Ensminger. Then you give back, coming back the other way to Pekka, and he gets taken down at about the 22-yard line. A little bit reverse action. That's a new wrinkle we haven't seen yet this year.
Yeah, Colfax pulling something out of the playbook.
Vikings hoping to get into the red zone here, and then the end zone after that. Ensminger goes into motion. Gives straight up no, Sikora kept it. Pitches it out to Ensminger, and he gets taken down at about the line of scrimmage. In fact, a slight loss of yards. It's going to bring up 4th and 4.
Have we seen them kick a field goal yet this year?
I don't think they have a field goal kicker. 4th and 4. 4 down territory for the Vikings. Sikora has him at the line. Well, we have a whistle and a timeout call by the Vikings. So the timeout on the field. 2:33 to go in the first quarter. It's Elmwood Plum City 8, Vikings 0, but the Vikings are driving. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Dairy State Bank.
Back here at a foggy Colfax High School, 4th down, 4 yards to go for the Vikings. They're at the 23-yard line of the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Vikings at the line of scrimmage. Sikora waits for the snap. Trying to get him to jump off side. Takes the snap, gives it straight up the middle, and he's not going to get enough. He's going to get taken down at about the 21-yard line. And the ball's going to go over on downs to the Wolves. That was a promising drive. Just couldn't quite penetrate that red zone. All right, the Wolves come out to the line. They have a wide receiver split out wide to the left. They're tight on the right side. Webb gives it straight up the middle to... Well, they tried to go off the right tackle.
I think I might end up using the binoculars.
I think you might too. I think that was Asher on the carry. And public address announcer agrees with me, but I'm not sure either one of us saw it. 2nd down and 13. Good defensive play by the Vikings. They weren't lost in the fog. Give to Asher again. And he got back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 10. I'll tell you what, Webb is getting hammered after the handoff. Last 2 plays, Webb has ended up flat on his back after the handoff.
Yeah, I noticed right from the beginning of the game that Aiden McKee was right in his corral.
Wolves at the line. Webb under center. Quick toss around the right end, and he didn't get much room at all. I believe that was Asher again. A gain of about 4. It's going to bring up 4th down and 6.
Yeah, good job by the Colfax interior to stop him.
Ensminger dropping back deep for the Vikings, anticipating a punt. I didn't catch the number of the kicker. I think it might be Luke Webb, number 22. Takes the snap, gets the kick away. Ensminger waved everybody off, and it's going to roll dead at the 35-yard line of the Vikings. 1st down at the 35-yard line. Nice defensive stand that time by the Vikings.
Yeah, you know, that interior of Colfax has been pretty stout all year.
They have. And if they can keep the plays from getting to the outside, they're going to be okay. Our switcher person, Zoe, was raving about the socks of the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. It's almost a fluorescent color. Vikings give the ball to McKee straight up the middle, had a nice hole, gets it out to nearly the 40-yard line. They're going to mark it at about the 38. And that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter. So we've got 1 quarter in the books, and it's the Elmwood Plum City Wolves 8 and the Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When your lawn is looking less than desirable, you need to give it a little pick-me-up. Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. With their Morning Sun Fertilizer, your lawn will get just what it needs. Morning Sun Fertilizer is non-chemical and organic. It's suitable for both urban and rural settings. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302 for a free estimate. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, beautifying the lawns of the Chippewa Valley.
High school football action is coming your way on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Coming up on Friday, October 15th, the Colfax Vikings will travel to Glenwood City to take on the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. Coverage begins at 6:40 p.m. with Viking Preview. That's live Colfax Viking Football on Friday, October 15th, on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow. Zoe Pitts doing the switching for us tonight. Jeff Gust up on the camera. We're getting ready to start the second quarter.
I'll take the fog over snow any day.
Well, this is true. And that's happened to us in October before. All right, Vikings at the line of scrimmage. Second down, 6 yards to go. Sikora keeps it himself. He gets it out across the 45 to about the 47-yard line, and it's a first down for the Vikings.
Good job by the Colfax front four to make a seam there for Sikora to get through.
Looks like they might have that run-pass option working for them.
Yeah, they've been working on that probably like last 3-4 games and starting to come together.
2 backs in there right now. Sikora waits for the snap, gives it to McKee, straight up the middle, big hole. He's across the 45, inside the 45 to about the 44-yard line of Elmwood, Plum City. He's close to a first down. There's a penalty marker. A couple Colfax players. We got a hold against the Vikings. Those holding penalties are drive killers. So it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So that's going to make it first and about 13. Sikora looks out into the flat. He's got Pekka. Pekka across the 45 and gets taken down there. It's going to be a gain of about 5 yards. It's going to bring up second down 8. We have a penalty in the defensive backfield.
That's way away from the play.
We'll have to wait and see what this is all about. Personal foul. A face mask is being called against Elmwood Plum City. And that's going to add about 15 yards to that play and give the Vikings a first down right down around the 35-yard line. And the Vikings come up to the line of scrimmage. Sikora pitches it out to Ensminger going around the right end, and he got a slight gain on the play. Maybe a yard. Second down 9.
Number 24, Christian Martin on the tackle for Elmwood Plum City.
So, second and 9. Vikings at the line. Pekka split out as a wing on the right. Ensminger on the left. Ensminger goes in motion. Give to Ensminger. Gives it back to Pekka on that reverse coming around. And he tried to run over the top of
number 11.
Austin Swanson. Just as someone was reaching for Pekka's legs, he goes right over the top of Swanson, and that's what took him down more than anything. Gained about a yard, maybe 2. Third down 7. Sikora drops back, looking downfield. He's got plenty of time. Now steps up in the pocket. Now he's in trouble, and we're going to have to call that a coverage sack, because Sikora gets taken down back at about the 40-yard line. That's going to make it fourth and about 15. See if the Vikings are going to play a little field position here, and because Sikora's dropping back into punt formation. Little pooch kick. Now the Wolves drop Blake Allen back. Sikora kicks it, and it goes out of bounds. Right down, looks like it's going to be right around the 5-yard line. A very well-placed coffin corner kick. They're going to mark it right at the 10-yard line. Nice kick by Bryce Sikora to bury the Elmwood Plum City Wolves deep in their own territory. They're going to put it on the 9. So 1st and 10 from the 9.
Yeah, Aiden McKee's been after their quarterback all night. We'll see if they can get to him here.
Elmwood Plum City comes up to the line. Gives straighting up the middle, and Asher again on the carry. He picked up about 5 yards. 2nd and 5. They're going to mark it right on the 15. Wolves come up to the line. They put a man in motion, quick toss to him. That's Rapakis. And he gets taken down for about a yard gain. 3rd and 4. Rapakis went in motion. They tossed it to him going around the left end. And the Vikings were there to stop it.
Yeah, good job by number 9, Elijah Ensminger, to get out on that edge and make him come back inside.
All right, Wolves come up to the line. Big play on for the defense here for the Vikings. And we have a Viking player having to come out for equipment issues. Asher Pekka. So the Wolves come up to the line. They put a man in motion, gives straight up the middle. It's Trevor Asher, and he breaks into the open, and he's going to take it to the house. Trevor Asher turns on the Jets after he broke a couple of tackles and into the end zone for an Elmwood Plum City touchdown. That's an 85-yard touchdown run for Trevor Asher. And that puts the Wolves on top, 14-0.
Found a seam up the middle, broke a few tackles, and
it's one of those where an arm tackle isn't going to take him down. So they're in that wildcat formation as they go for the 2-point. Quick snap to Asher, goes straight up the middle into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Making the score, the Elmwood Plum City Wolves 16, Vikings 0. 7:16 to go in the first half, and you're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
And I want to remind you that on Tuesday, the Viking volleyball team is going to host the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Action starts at 7 o'clock in the Colfax High School gym. Then on Thursday, the girls will travel over to Glenwood City to take on the Hilltoppers, with action there starting at 7 o'clock. A little Colfax High School volleyball action for you. Kicking off is Luke Webb. And we have Pekka and Ensminger, I believe. Short kick. Taken by an up man right through his hands. That's Anderson. And he gets swarmed under at about the 33-yard line. Cade Anderson on the return. So the Vikings will try to put a drive together again.
Yeah, they're doing the right things. They just got to get it down the field.
They got to complete the drives. First and 10 for the Vikings. And Sminger in motion. Giving it straight up the middle. Taken down at about the 35. McKee on the carry. He's going to be credited with about 2 yards, second down and 8. Well, that last wave of fog is kind of dissipated. Looks like another one might be getting ready to come in. Vikings up to the line. Quick snap. Give to me. Sikora keeps it. Taking it around the left side. He gets out to about the 38-yard line. Maybe the 39. Going to bring up 3rd and 5. And the Vikings come up to the line. And Sminger in motion, giving it to McKee. He gets out across the 45 to the 46-yard line, and that's enough for a Viking first down. Aiden McKee with a strong runoff tackle on the left side.
You can jump into number 8 for Colfax, Nick Jensen, to get a block.
Lentz is splitting out wide to the right. And Sminger on the left side as a wing. Snap, Sikora brings it around the left side, and he gets run out of bounds at right about the line of scrimmage. Sometimes you just run out of room when you run that to the short side like that. You're going to give him a yard, second down 9. Vikings at the line. Lentz again out wide to the right. And Sminger on the left. Pekka now at the setback. Sikora keeps it himself. Goes off tackle on the right side and gets it across the 50 down to about the 46-yard line of Elmwood Plum City. It's going to bring up 3rd and, well, let's see where they end up marking it. 3rd and a long 2. Vikings at the line. Sikora tries to get him to jump. Takes the snap. Gives it to Pekka. He gets it across the 45 down to the 44-yard line, and that should be enough for a Viking first down.
It's going to be close.
That's a first down. First and 10 for the Vikings, just inside the 44-yard line. And Sminger in a slot wing on the right. Give to Pekka. Tries the middle, nothing there. Takes it around the left side, finds a little bit of room there, and gets it across the 40 down to about the 36-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 37. Nice cut to the outside by Pekka that time when there wasn't anything available up the middle.
Yeah, good stiff arm
Yes, he did, just to make that corner. 2nd down, 4 yards to go for the Vikings. Give straight up the middle. I believe that was McKee this time. And he got it down to the 35-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd and short 2. Lentz splits out wide to the right. Jensen out wide to the left. And Sminger in the slot on the right. McKee the setback. And we have movement on the offensive line. That was Caleb Arnson. As Sikora was trying to get the Wolves to jump, and he got his own tackle to move. That's going to make it 3rd and 6. Or 3rd and 7. They're back at the 40-yard line. They need to get down to about the 33. Sikora gives it to McKee, and McKee falls forward. They're going to mark it inside the 40 at about the 38-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th and about 5.
It's a big possession right here.
Now you can bet Sikora is going to remind his offensive lineman this time. He may try to get him to jump again. McKee the setback. Lentz split out wide to the left. Now they move him back in tight. And Sminger in motion. Sikora looking down. He's got his receiver wide open. This is Sminger. He's cutting across the field. He turns it upfield and gets it down to about the 15 to the 13-yard line. And the Vikings penetrate the red zone. They're going to mark it on the 14, but 1st and 10 for the Vikings.
Good job by Ensminger to come back to that one and help out his quarterback.
All right, Vikings at the line. Lentz split out wide to the left. Sikora keeps it. Evades one tackle. Takes off around the right end. He got a nice block to clear him as he got near the pylon. He gets knocked out of bounds at about the 1-yard line. I don't know. Did you see, Dan, who made that block over there? Because all of a sudden there was a white jersey flying out of Sikora's way.
Number 8, Nick Jensen.
I didn't catch the number. I just saw the white jersey go flying. There was nothing on the left side. Sikora turned it around, went around the right side. Jensen came back and made a heck of a block to allow Sikora to make the corner. 1st and goal. Give straight up the middle. McKee driving forward, and he gets down to the 1. Hayden McKee down to the 1-yard line. Second down goal for the Vikings. McKee at tailback. They're lined up tight. Anderson in a tight slot on the left, and Sminger tight on the right. And we have a penalty marker comes flying in, and we've got a false start being called on the Vikings. And this time, I think it might have been on Mark Solberg.
Yeah,
into the line comes Pekka.
I don't think he liked to call him in that one.
Pekka in, Anderson out. Vikings come up to the line. Sikora waiting for the snap. Gives it. Oh, they dropped the ball. Misconnection on the handoff, but Sikora fell on it.
Now the coach has got to use the clock.
And we have a timeout on the field. Yeah, as a matter of fact, with the running predominance of this first half, all of a sudden we're down to just under 44 seconds to go in the half. And you're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Customer-owned, community-minded, Synergy Co-op. Our reputation has always been true. We take pride in serving you. When you're a customer, you're the company. Always a part of one big family. Customer-owned, community-minded, Synergy Co-op.
So we have 43.8 seconds to go before halftime. Vikings threatening. They're at about the 10-yard line, 3rd and goal. Coming up at halftime, we have a Viking profile with Brian Tusho, as well as this week's Colfax High School report. Ensminger in motion. Sakura looking out into the flat. He's got his receiver. He's driving towards the end zone but can't quite get in there. That's Pekka on the reception. And we have a timeout being called by the Vikings with 32 seconds to go. And they're on the 2-yard line, 4th and goal from the 2. So with a timeout on the field, want to remind you that tomorrow morning, the cross-country teams are going to head over to Eau Claire to compete in the 19-team Eau Claire Memorial Invitational. Action at South Middle School, that's where they have the course set up, starts at 10 a.m. Then on Thursday, the cross-country teams will compete in the conference cross-country meet at the Valley Golf Course in Mondovi. Action begins there at 4:15. You know that course. You ought to head over there and watch them, Dan.
Might as well take the clubs with me while I'm at it, too.
Oh, you can chase them.
Well, yeah.
There's one runner out there for the Colfax Vikings. Her name is something like Ainsley. Hit your balls towards her and make her run faster.
Yeah,
she's going to get even with Grandpa for that one.
You won't see me running out there. I'll be in the cart, though.
All right, Vikings come up to the line. 4th and goal from the 2. McKee setback. Sakura waits for the snap. He's got it. He gives to Ensminger. Trying to get around the end. He gets one leg tripped up, but he's not going to get in as the corner got turned by the Elmwood Plum City Wolves, and the ball goes over on downs. Well, that's about as close to scoring as you can get without putting it in the end zone that time for the Vikings.
Yeah, they tried 3-4 different plays there and just couldn't get in.
Makes a person wonder a little bit. You know, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line right up the middle with McKee. But, you know, Elmwood Plum City's also waiting for that. So, all right, they come up to the line of scrimmage. The Wolves do. Webb steps in under center. 24.6 seconds to go. Webb keeps it himself. Takes it off tackle, gets around the corner. He's out across the 30 and taken down at the 35-yard line by Ensminger. They're going to mark it at the 36. Oh. And we have a timeout being called by the Wolves. So with a timeout on the field, I also want to remind you, don't forget to make your plans coming up on Halloween. It is that month again. To tune into either the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service or NLWN-TV for our Halloween Party 2021. We're going to bring you the finest in Halloween-themed old-time radio programs, including the most famous Halloween broadcast of all time. That's Orson Welles in The War of the Worlds. That's Halloween night, gets underway at 7 p.m. on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. I'd recommend doing it with our audio service, turning off all the lights, have the pumpkin glowing, and it's a perfect thing for Halloween night. Nothing super gory. The youngsters should be okay listening to it. In fact, the first couple programs are actually pretty funny.
Halloween candy? Got that outside?
All right, the Wolves at the line. Give it up the middle. Asher carries it for 9.
Maybe me and Zoe got to make a little appearance.
All right.
Trick or treat at Rick's house?
Yeah, Rick's even there. Just under 10 seconds to go in the half, and so we'll take a brief timeout as well. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
It didn't go.
Just under 10 seconds left in the half. And throw, and it's completed out to Blake Allen. He's taken down at about the 37-yard line of the Vikings. There are 3 seconds left. That's the first pass attempt by the Wolves today, and that's about the ratio that they usually do that.
Yeah, Colfax has to make sure they keep they stay behind the receivers on this play coming up.
They're on the 37-yard line.
Can't let the receivers get behind them.
So 1st and 10 from the 37. Down in distance isn't nearly as important as there's 3 seconds remaining. Look for something deep. Ball is marked in play. Wolves come up to the line. They send a receiver split out wide. That's Rapakis out wide to the right. Allen out wide to the left. Back to throw is a different quarterback. He unleashes it, and it falls incomplete. Throwing that was Gerald Pelzel. And it is incomplete, and that's the end of the first half. Again, coming up at halftime, we have Viking Profile, where we're going to get to know Brian Tuchel a little better, as well as the Colfax High School report and some other halftime entertainment for you. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Hey, let's check out this park.
Wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Time now for Viking Halftime with this week's edition of Viking Profile and the Colfax High School Report. That's all coming up following this brief timeout.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
We're talking with Brian Tuchel today on Viking Profile. And Brian, now we know that you play football, but are you involved in any other activities here at school?
I play basketball and baseball.
Okay, and when you play basketball, what role do you play there?
Shooting guard.
And baseball?
Center field.
Okay, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play center field. Okay, when did you start playing football, and what kind of experience has it been for you?
I've been playing football since 3rd grade when I started flag football, and I've loved the sport ever since. So.
Okay, so what's the most important thing that you've learned playing football?
That team is everything. You got to make sure everyone's doing their part, and I got to do my part as well.
Okay, so when you're not playing football, or you're not here at school, what are some other things that keep you interested or occupied?
Going to the lake, hunting, fishing, golfing.
Getting outside and enjoying the fresh air?
Yes.
All right, so I've got some rapid fire questions for you now. Just throw the first thing out that comes into your head. Okay. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Pie.
Which kind?
Pumpkin.
Ooh, good choice. Ford, Chevy, or another brand?
Ford.
Okay, you're a rare one on this team so far. Okay, your favorite NFL team?
Packers.
All right, favorite college team?
Badgers.
All right. Now, if you had a superpower, what would it be and why?
To fly.
Okay.
I want to travel the world.
All right. We're talking with Brian Tuchel on Viking Profile. And Brian, what are your plans for after high school?
I don't know. Go to college.
Okay, you still got a year to figure things out and get it all organized, but at least you're thinking about it. How about a shout out to your family?
Shout out to my family.
Okay. Anyone in particular?
My mom and dad.
Okay. When people come to Viking games, what number do you wear and what position do you play?
10, quarterback.
All right. We want to thank Brian Tuchel for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more Viking Halftime.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Time now for the Colfax High School report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School.
It's homecoming week at Colfax High School and things have been pretty busy. Last week, Thursday, the Viking volleyball team traveled to Boyceville where they defeated the Bulldogs 3-0. Then on Monday, the volleyball team hosted a triangular meet as they welcomed Bloomer and Menominee to Colfax High School. The Vikings were defeated by Menominee 2-1 and then by Bloomer 2-0. Yesterday, the girls took on the Elk Mound Mounders in a battle for first place in the Dunn St. Croix Conference at Elk Mound High School. We'll have the results of that match in next week's Colfax High School report. Going into yesterday's match, the Vikings had a record of 15 wins and 10 losses overall and a 4-win and 0-loss record in the Dunn St. Croix Conference, which has them in the 3-way tie for first place with Elk Mound and Elmwood Plum City. Last Thursday, the Colfax cross-country teams traveled to Spring Valley to run in the 10-team Spring Valley Invitational. The Viking girls placed second in the team scoring while the boys placed sixth. Top Viking runners for the girls were Kaysen Goodell, who placed 10th with a time of 23 minutes, 13.5 seconds. Ainsley Olson was 18th with a time of 24 minutes, 23.2 seconds, and Jasmine Best finished 20th with a time of 24 minutes, 29.2 seconds. For the boys, the top runners were Jaden Buchholz, who placed 11th with a time of 19 minutes, 28.8 seconds. Ashton Yarrington, who finished 20th with a time of 20 minutes, 30 seconds flat, and Jaron Lowe, who was 36th with a time of 21 minutes, 34.3 seconds. Coming up this next week, tomorrow the Viking volleyball team will head over to Altoona High School to take part in the 16-team Altoona Invitational. The action at Altoona High School gets underway at 9 a.m. Then on Tuesday, the girls will host the Elmwood Plum City Wolves here at Colfax High School, and on Thursday, the Vikings will travel to Glenwood City for a match with the Hilltoppers. Action on both nights starts at 7 p.m. Also, tomorrow, the cross-country teams will head over to Eau Claire to compete in the 20-team Eau Claire Memorial Invitational. Action at South Middle School starts at 10 a.m. Then on Thursday, the runners will compete in the Dun St. Croix Conference Meet at the Valley Golf Course in Mondovi. Competition starts at 4:15 p.m. Finally, next Friday, the Viking football team will wrap up their 2021 season when they travel to Glenwood City to take on the Hilltoppers. We will have all the action of that one for you on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, audio service, and NLWN-TV. In other school news, there will be no school on Friday, October 15th and Monday, October 18th. And that's what's happening at Colfax High School.
You've been tuned to the Colfax High School Report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School. Stay tuned. Coming up next is more Viking halftime and then second half action.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
find her.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime. Stay tuned. Coming up is second half action of today's Viking game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
And we're back here getting ready for the start of the second half. And right down in front of us right now, they've just introduced the king and queen of the homecoming for Colfax. The king is Taylor Rissler, and the queen is Emily Bertram Schofield, which is a name we've called many times in basketball, and look forward to doing that again this season. The rest of the court, the queen's attendants are Elena Smith, Mariah Smith, Hope LaHaye, and Caitlin Sorar. And the king's attendants are Thomas Dries, Josiah Harder, Dylan Holden, and Colton Lemon. So that's the homecoming king, queen, and court for 2021 for the Vikings. Vikings will be kicking off to start the second half, and the fog has returned. So, Dan, what comments do you have about half number one?
Well, Colfax did a good job of staying in this game. It's only 16-0. So, Tuchel ran the ball good on the RPO. Thought he did a good job. Aiden McKee and Ashton Pekka did really good running the ball. And their defense had some critical stops that they did a good job on and kind of kept them in this game. So we'll see if they can keep it up here. They just need one play to get them in it.
I thought for sure that drive at the end of the first half where they got down to the 1 yard line was going to be the thing to turn this game around and get the Vikings on the board right before halftime, and they couldn't quite punch it in. But just getting it down there's got to give them some confidence that they're playing right along with the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Wolves have had a couple big plays that have accounted for big yards, but generally speaking, it's been pretty even.
Yeah, it was really only that one play for Elmwood City, that big long 85-yard drive.
Sikora teeing the ball up for the Vikings. Back deep, we have Ethan Rapakis, and it looks like Blake Allen. And the kick is a short one picked up by Allen. He gets it out to about the 33-yard line where he's taken down there. And the Elmwood Plum City Wolves take over there at their own 33, 1st and 10.
Yeah, they kicked the ball. Did you just see that? The first guy, he didn't even see it through the fog. Hit him right in the chest.
Like I said, the fog is back. We can't see that far side of the field. They had two people going in motion. They must have left right at the time. And there's a penalty flag coming in. Illegal shift is the call against Elmwood Plum City, and Coach DeMoe almost went out and got personal and face-to-face with that official that time. And so it's going to be an illegal shift. They are marching the penalty off. Vikings did have a bit of a decision to make there. Okay, so it goes back to the 28-yard line. 1st and 15. And the quarterback kept it, and he's off and running. And this is Luke Webb going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. That's a 76-yard touchdown run for Luke Webb.
That's his second for the night.
Webb has a big one here, and Trevor Asher had a huge one in the first half, an 80-something yard touchdown run in the first half. So that makes it 22-0, Elmwood Plum City on top. Snap goes to Asher. He takes it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, making it Elmwood Plum City 24 and the Vikings 0. So with 11:29 to go in the third quarter, you're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not. Slayton's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Slayton's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Slayton's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Slayton's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Slayton's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
So we're back here at Colfax High School. We have played 31 seconds of the third quarter, and the Elmwood Plum City Wolves have put a touchdown on the board on a 76-yard touchdown run by Luke Webb. I think the Vikings lost him in the fog.
Yeah.
I know I did. I couldn't tell who had the ball until all of a sudden he breaks loose. And so Webb getting ready to kick off. Pekka and Ensminger back deep. Short kick. Picked up by Anderson. He's out across the 40 and gets driven back at about the 42-yard line. Cade Anderson on the return. We're going to mark it on the 41. First down for the Vikings.
Okay.
Boy, I tell you what, that fog is getting thicker.
It is.
We truly cannot see the yard markers on the far side of the field now.
All right, Colfax has to answer back right away.
You got your binoculars ready there, Dan?
I think so.
They do put a man in motion. I'm assuming that's Ensminger. It was. And they gave it to Ensminger, and as he was trying to get ready to cut the corner, or turn up the corner there, feet went out from under him and ended up losing about 2 yards. It's going to bring up second down 12.
Let's go, Red!
Vikings at the line. Sikora drops back, looking over the middle. He's got Ensminger on a slant. Ensminger's across the 50 to the 40, down to the 35-yard line. Elijah Ensminger coming out of the fog and snagging the ball. Taking it down to the 34-yard line where it's going to be a first down for the Vikings.
Yeah, good route by Ensminger.
Yeah, there are yard markers and down markers on the far side of the field. And folks, I know you can't see them on your screen, and I can't see them with the naked eye. Vikings at the line. Ensminger in motion. Sikora giving it. They go off the right side. That's McKee on the carry. Got about 2, maybe 3 yards. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 31, maybe. It's going to bring up second down and about 8.
Yeah, we can't see the down markers.
Sikora drops back, looking downfield, throws it, intercepted, heading down the sideline, and stepping out of bounds is Ethan Rapakis. Steps out of bounds at the 46-yard line of the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Sikora had Jensen. He also had Ensminger over in that area. And in between was Rapakis, and that's where Sikora threw it.
Yeah, there was miscommunication there.
Wolves up to the line. Give straight up the middle. Oh, and met right up the middle. Webb kept it himself. He got out to the 50-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 4. Second down and 6. I personally thought he'd given it to Asher, and Asher got nailed.
Yeah, he got hit by number 52, Ashton Greenwell.
All right, wishbone formation now for Elmwood Plum City. Gives straight up the middle. Nope. Webb kept it himself. Got across the 50 down to the 48-yard line. Gain of 2.
Big number 66, Cameron Molina in there on the tackle.
It's going to bring up third down, and I'm going to say about 3 or 4. I think it's about 4 yards to go. Because they're actually about the 48-yard line. Elmwood Plum City at the line. They put a man in motion, and we have laundry on the field.
Yeah, number 4.
False start by Joey Betchel.
Just got a little bit of an early jump.
Third down, 10 yards to go. Wolves at the line. Back in their own territory at the 46. Give on the counter. This is Allen with it, and he gets taken down.
I think we got a fumble.
Yes, he lost the handle on the ball, and the Vikings come up with it at their own 49-yard line.
The only reason I saw that was I saw one of the Colfax guys pointing. Couldn't see through the fog.
You can't see the ball where we're sitting right now. Vikings at the line. Sikora waiting for the snap. He gets it. Gives it straight up the middle to McKee. He gets across the 40 out to about the 44-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 5. Oh, they backed it up a little bit. Let's say about 4 yards on the carry. They're going to say a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. McKee the setback. And Sminger in motion. Give to McKee. Straight up the middle. He found a hole that time. Got it into Elmwood Plum City territory. Down to about the 41-yard line. Should be a first down. Well, that's really close. 3rd and 1 is what they say. Sminger in motion. Sikora keeps it. Steps up. Gets across the 40. Down to about the 39-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Vikings. Sikora got to the line of scrimmage, and all of a sudden Asher was trying to steal his shirt from him because that shirt got stretched way out. Vikings come up to the line. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Sikora waiting, and Sminger in motion. Sikora keeps it, goes it around the right end. He gets it down to about the 35-yard line. And they're going to mark it at the 34, I think. That's what they're saying. 2nd down, and about 5 yards to go.
Man-to-man coverage. Tristan Lenz is out here on the end. See if they can get it over the top. Nope.
McKee has it straight up the middle. It's down to about the 31-yard line, maybe the 32. Third down, 2 yards to go. Lentz splits out wide to the left.
Again, they leave Tristan Lenz out here on the end. Man-to-man.
And Sminger in motion. Gives straight up the middle, and I don't think there was enough there. He got down close, just shy of the 30-yard line. It's going to be 4th and about a yard. That's the way they have it marked, 4th and 1. Up to the line. Give straight up the middle, and I don't think he got it. Got stopped right at the line of scrimmage. I believe that was McKee on the carry. It was. And the ball's going to go over on downs to the Elmwood Plum City Wolves at their own 31-yard line. I think you're right, though, Dan. I'm seeing out here on the outside, Tristan Lenz getting single coverage. So the Wolves pitch it around the left side, and he gets chased out of bounds. And as they try the left side, let's see where they put it. It's going to be a gain of about a yard, 2nd down 9. Wolves come up to the line. Single setback. Webb under center. Gives it to Asher straight up the middle. And he got out across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 5 yards to go. 4 yards maybe. Wishbone formation again. Again, they give up the middle to Asher, and he plows his way forward to about the 38. That's where they're going to mark it. So it's going to be 4th and 3.
Good thing you can see that down marker, because I can't pick it up right now.
I'm just doing math quick in my head, to be honest with you. I knew they had to get to the 41. They're in the wishbone formation again. And it gives straight up the middle. No! Blood keeps it himself, breaks loose from a tackle, gives a little shake and bake, turns the corner at the 40, cuts back to the inside. He's down to the 30, still on his feet, gets hit and goes down at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, good hit by number 8, Nick Jensen, saving touchdown there.
And he went down at the 26-yard line. It's going to be first down for Elmwood Plum City. Some of the fans over here on the Viking side thought that he stepped out of bounds when he was right over by the sideline. I'm not so sure that he did.
One job.
So it's 1st and 10 with 2:33 to go in the third quarter. Elmwood Plum City at the line. Quick toss to Rapakis. He gets a corner return, stays on his feet, gets down to about the, looks like somewhere around the 10-yard line over there, somewhere in the fog. And we have a player down over there on the far side as well. They're going to mark it on the 11, and there's a Viking down on the field. So while they tend to him and we find out who it is, we'll take this time out. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
Simplify your life. Pleasant Valley Properties provides affordable housing and homes in communities in Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. They have staff available to help you locate the home that best meets your needs and desires, as well as service staff that maintains the properties. Contact Pleasant Valley Properties at 715-226-6200. Call today and let them help you get into the home of your dreams. That's Pleasant Valley Properties, 301 Bremer Avenue in Colfax.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Bryce Sikora was the injured Viking player. Came off the field under his own power. He's heading over to the bench where he's at least going to get a little water. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Or check that. At the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 11. Scoreboard says the 12. We'll take their word for it. Rock coming around, that's Asher around the right end, and he drives down near the end zone. Taken down at the 2. Trevor Asher on the carry. That's a gain of 9. 2nd and 1. About a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Direct snap to Asher. He takes it straight up the middle into the end zone for the touchdown. That's the same play they run for extra points. And that makes the score the Elmwood Plum City Wolves 30 and the Vikings 0. And they'll be lining up for that 2-point conversion. Trevor Asher has been kind of the workhorse on the ground, and what he hasn't done, Luke Webb has. All right, Asher to get the direct snap again, takes it straight up the middle. This time he doesn't get in. So the Viking defense holds. So with a minute 28 to go in the third quarter, it's Elmwood Plum City 30 and the Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
high school football action is coming your way on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Coming up on Friday, October 15th, the Colfax Vikings will travel to Glenwood City to take on the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. Coverage begins at 6:40 p.m. with Viking Preview. That's live Colfax Viking Football on Friday, October 15th, on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
And we're back here at Colfax High School where it's homecoming for the Vikings. Vikings struggling a little bit in their homecoming game tonight. Hey, don't forget, as that ad just said, we've got some football coming up for you next Friday night. Vikings going to wrap up their season over at Glenwood City. And Dan, I want to remind you, make sure you bring your heavy coat with you because it never ceases. Every time we carry a game with the Vikings in Glenwood City, we get snowed on.
No sandals and shorts.
No, I don't think that's going to work. 82 and sunny isn't going to be happening. All right, Webb looking to kick off for Elmwood Plum City. Now, he's been just pooching it. Let's see where it goes again. Cade Anderson has been the return guy on the last couple kickoffs. Here comes Webb, and again, he just pooches it, and Jensen falls on it. That was an honest-to-goodness onside kick. Nick Jensen falls on it, and the Vikings will have it 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Also want to remind you that coming up tomorrow morning, the cross-country teams are at the Eau Claire Memorial Invitational, which is at South Middle School. Action gets underway at 10 o'clock. And Sminger goes in motion. Sikora with the pitch. McKee on the carry. Gets it out across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. Gain of 3. It's a 2nd down 7. And the Vikings run that reverse again. Pekka on it, and he's got it out to about the 50-yard line. I think he got taken down right at the midfield stripe. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 4. Right at midfield. This could be the last play of the quarter as the Vikings are at the line. And Sminger in motion. Sikora keeps it, takes it himself up the middle, and got to about the 46-yard line of Elmwood Plum City. That's close to a 1st down. He's real close. And I think they're going to say it's 4th and short, but they might take a measurement here. But it's also the end of the quarter, so at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's Elmwood Plum City 30, Vikings 0. We'll be back to determine whether it's 1st down or not right after this timeout. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your pooch's proportions putting on pounds? Or is your kitty's constitution constantly complaining? Well, stop by and see the friendly folks at the Colfax Animal Hospital. Dr. Bruce Buckley and his staff will be happy to help you get your family friend back on the road to healthy living. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Call them at 715-962-3380.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Vikings at the line. Sikora takes the ball straight up the middle. Should have the first down. Nose of the ball is touching the 45-yard line of Elmwood Plum City, and that's a first down for the Vikings. Sikora brings the Vikings up to the line. Takes a snap, drops back, looking downfield, evades the rush, rolling out to the left, keeps it himself, gets across the 45 down to about the 40-yard line, where he's taken down right near the sideline, but right at the 40-yard line. Gain of about 5. That's going to bring up 2nd and 5. You know, Dan, the Vikings have moved the ball pretty well. They just can't punch it into the end zone.
Yeah, it's just been a couple big plays by Plum City Elmwood tonight.
All right, Vikings at the line. Ensminger splitting out wide to the right. 2 backs in the backfield. Sikora rolling to his left, or to his right. Looking downfield, keeps it himself, tight ropes the sideline, and goes out of bounds at about the 32-yard line, or 37-yard line. It's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. 3rd and 2. Again, the Vikings come up to the line. Sikora takes a snap. Gives it straight up the middle. McKee, he gets it across the 35, plows his way down to the 30-yard line. Aiden McKee with a good, powerful run for a first down. He just put his shoulder down and ran somebody over.
Aiden McKee's one of the workhorse today.
Now we've got it back, and evidently there was just a fumble on the play. We'd lost some power up in the press box, and we now have our power back. And when you lose the power, sometimes we lose more than just power. We lose our audio input, but we now have it back, and everything appears to be under control. So the Vikings at the line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 14. Sikora waiting for the snap. Dropping back, looking downfield. Steps up in the pocket, looks out into the flat, and it falls incomplete. He either undershot undershot Ensminger or overshot Pekka. Brings up 4th down and 14.
Yeah, that pass didn't come out very clean either.
And I suspect the ball's pretty slick down there. So it's 4th and 14 for the Vikings. Sikora looking over the middle, pass is intercepted. This is Asher returning it, gets it back out to about the 35, going to be taken down at about the 30. They're going to mark it all the way out at the 37-yard line. Second interception of the night for Sikora.
Yeah, the linebacker was sitting in the fog and just jumped right in the way of that pass.
I'm surprised he could see it coming at him. 9:03 to go in the game. Elmwood Plum City with the ball. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They put a man in motion. They give it to Asher. He gets taken down in the backfield. Good defensive play that time. Cameron Molina leading the way that time. Back at the 35-yard line. Loss of 2, 2nd down, 12.
Yeah, Cameron Molina has made a big year this year. Just as a sophomore, I do believe.
Yes, just a sophomore. So hopefully we get to call his name for a couple more years. Wolves come up to the line. Give straight up the middle, not much there. They get it back out to the, I think they're going to put it about the 37-yard line. Back at the original line of scrimmage, I believe. Third down, and it looks like it's just about 10. I know the scoreboard says 11, but that's about the same place it was in when this drive started. So the Wolves come up to the line. And I can't hold it against the scoreboard because they can't see it any better than I can. Webb pitches it going around the right end and down the sideline, and finally knocked out of bounds is Blake Allen across the 45. Blake Allen on the pitch gets to they're going to mark it at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wolves. I know you can't see much of anything on your screens, folks, but that's what we're dealing with, too.
Yeah, right.
Wolves at the line. Gives straight up the middle this time to Asher. He gets it down across the 45 to about the 42-yard line. That's about a 9-yard carry. Second down and 1. Seven minutes to go in the game. Webb gives it straight up the middle again. This is Asher. He's breaking a big one straight up the middle, finally taken down at about the 20-yard line. That's a 22-yard gain. And a timeout being called by the Vikings. So with a timeout on the field, we have 6:47 to go in the game. It's Elmwood Plum City 30 and the Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
To get your lawn or garden to perform like you want, you first need to know about your soil. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for the Chippewa Valley.
And they give up the middle. This is Asher again, and he takes it into the end zone for an Elmwood Plum City touchdown. So that touchdown makes it 36-0 after the next kickoff. We should be in running time. Now, normally what they do on their extra point here is they'll line up Asher in the Wildcat. That's what they've done again. Direct snap to Asher. It slips through him. He falls on the ball, so the extra point attempt is no good. That was an example of a slippery ball. I think the center didn't have a good handle on it when he snapped it. It kind of came rolling back to Asher, and he just fell on it to make sure nothing untoward happened. But the score is Elmwood Plum City 36, Vikings 0, 6:40 to go. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Come and join me on Halloween night as the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV bring you a Halloween party 2021. We will bring you a selection of the finest in Halloween old-time radio broadcasts, and we'll cap it all off with the classic War of the Worlds starring Orson Welles. That's Halloween night on both the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN-TV starting at 7 p.m. I'll see you then.
As we get ready for the kickoff, I want to remind you that on Tuesday, the Viking volleyball team is going to host Elmwood Plum City Wolves. It actually starts at 7 o'clock here at the Colfax High School gym. And then on Thursday, the girls are traveling over to Glenwood City to take on the Hilltoppers, with action beginning at 7 p.m. Volleyball action for you. All right, we're getting ready for the kickoff. Luke Webb, who's just been pooch kicking and kind of onside kicking. Pika back deep. Pekka. There's a kick that goes down. Caught by one of the upbacks. Gets it across the 40 to the 44-yard line. Well, that's Pekka on the return. So the Vikings have it. They're going to try and get some kind of a drive going here. Well, it's one thing when I don't turn on your mic, but when I don't turn on my own mic, that's a blessing for the listeners. Vikings at the line. Dan's got my back covered. He reached across and turned it on for me. Give straight up the middle. McKee gets it out near the midfield marker, and he's going to get taken down at the Viking 49. Aiden McKee having a pretty good night running the ball tonight.
Yeah, he had most of the work tonight, him and Asher Pekka.
Vikings come up to the line. And Sminger goes in motion. Give to McKee across the midfield stripe and gets down to about the 47-yard line of Elmwood Plum City. It's going to bring up a third down and about 2. Luke Webb heads over to the sideline, gets a good applause from the Elmwood Plum City faithful. I can hear them over there, can barely see them.
Yeah, we think there's people over there.
And Sminger in motion again. And again the give to McKee. He got met hard as he crossed the 45. Got down to about the 43-yard line. That's enough for a first down. That was a hard-earned first down for Aiden McKee.
Gain of 4 on the play is enough for another Vikings first down.
And Sminger goes in motion. Quick pitch around the left side. McKee taking it. He's down across the 40 to about the 38-yard line. It's going to bring second down and about 5. 3:45 to go. I know the Vikings would like to get some points on the board.
Gain of 5 on the play, 2nd and 5.
Scorer waits for the snap. Gets the ball. They tried a reverse and the ball ended up on the ground, but Ensminger fell on it. And one of the Viking linemen gets up a little slow. Ensminger did fall on the ball back at the 44-yard line.
Loss of 6 on the play, 3rd and 11.
Put a man in motion, quick pitcher on the right side, but he cuts it back up the middle. That's McKee. Brings up a 4th down. Cameron Molina, who got up a little gingerly after the previous play, is now coming off the field with a little hitch in his giddy up.
Yeah, number 62, Josiah Harder goes in for Cameron.
Vikings at the line. And Sminger goes in motion. Sikora drops back, rolling out. Throws it out into the flat. He's got Anderson. Anderson with it, gets down to about the 36-yard line. It's not going to be enough for the first down. So the ball's going to go over on downs unless the... Right, it's 1st and 10, Elmwood Plum City at their own 36-yard line. And we have a timeout being called by Elmwood Plum City. I suspect this is going to be an opportunity to get some players in who don't get much playing time. And so with the timeout on the field, we'll take a timeout as well. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Jason, let's go see your room.
That's not right. How is it? Is it good?
Minute 29 to go in this one. Elmwood Plum City Wolves with a 36-0 lead over the Vikings. Don't forget, after this game is over, we will have Viking post game where we'll wrap up the things that happened. Wolves at the line. They give it straight up the middle. The new quarterback in there is Aiden Bertzer, and carrying the ball is, he can't manage to get out of the way of other people so I can read his number. There it is. It's Aiden Maxwell carried the ball on that. He got about a yard. 2nd down, 9. Bertzer brings a play into the huddle. They come up to the line. Maxwell is the tailback. And we're going to get a penalty for delay of game.
Clock continues to run.
That's one I don't understand. A delay of game with the running clock. I would think they should stop the clock on that. If it's... So now they shouldn't have to run a play. See, with that delay of game, it should have stopped the clock to force them to run the play. And now they don't have to run a play. They come up to the line, and the clock runs out. That's the end of the game. Final score, Elmwood Plum City Wolves 36, and the Vikings 0. Vikings don't have the happiest kind of homecoming. But, you know, they didn't play all that badly, and we'll go over all of that right after this timeout. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Stand is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
This has been Colfax Viking Football, live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network in conjunction with Colfax High School. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Postgame, where I'll look back at today's game.
Right here, baby. Look. Uma. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
Noah. Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
Time now for Viking Postgame, with our wrap-up of today's Colfax Vikings game. And now, back out to the stadium.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Rick Olson, Dan Petchow, Zoe Pitts, Jeff Gust, and the scoreboard said 36-0, which means unhappy homecoming for the Vikings. But I'm not so sure it's going to be all that unhappy because, Dan, I think the Vikings actually held their own. They gave up some big plays to the Elmwood Plum City Wolves, and they couldn't afford to do that. But they moved the ball reasonably well. They just couldn't complete those drives and cross that goal line.
Yeah, you know, it's been the MO for them all season so far is they can get a couple good plays, get themselves in a position, and they just can't get it in the end zone.
And yeah, I think you're right. And they've got one more shot to do that. They've got Glenwood City over at Glenwood City. And that's a pretty good matchup for them as well. And the Vikings don't have to hold their heads down about anything that they did tonight. Yeah, they gave up some big plays. Asher is a heck of a running back with good speed. He's tough to bring down. Webb has good speed, and he's elusive. I was talking with the referee tonight at halftime, Dave White, and Dave was saying that number 22 for Elmwood Plum City, that was Webb. He said that's a talented young man. And that's what we saw here tonight as well. But the Vikings had to control those. That's what we talked about in Viking pregame, that the keys were to shut that down. And they just weren't able to do that. And they weren't able to put the sustained drives together.
Yeah, you know, they did good keeping the plays on the inside, but when Asher Webb got on the outside, there was just too much speed for Colfax.
Yeah. So we're going to be back at it next Friday. We're going to wrap up the 2021 Colfax Viking football season. It's hard to believe it's almost over.
Almost basketball season.
Yeah, it's basketball. We're getting all geared up for that. That's going to be great. We have that coming up. But speaking of coming up, I want to remind you that, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, on Tuesday, the Viking volleyball team is going to host the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Action in that one gets started at 7 p.m. in the Colfax High School gym. Then on Thursday, the girls will travel over to Glenwood City to take on the Hilltoppers, with action beginning at 7 p.m. Tomorrow, the cross-country teams will head over to Eau Claire to compete in the 19-team Eau Claire Memorial Invitational. Action at South Middle School starts at 10 a.m. Then on Thursday, the cross-country teams will compete in the conference cross-country meet at the Valley Ball. My tongue must have got lost in the fog or something. At the Valley Golf Course in Mondovi. And action begins at 4:15 for that conference cross-country meet. Hey, don't forget, make your plans. This is going to be fun. To tune in on either the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service or NLWN-TV for our Halloween Party 2021. We're going to bring you the finest in Halloween-themed old-time radio programs, including the most famous Halloween radio broadcast of all time. That was Orson Welles in The War of the Worlds. That's Halloween night, beginning at 7 p.m. on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. So that final score once again, Elmwood Plum City Wolves 36, Vikings 0 for Dan Petchow, Zoe Pitts.
You're home before sunrise.
And for Dan Petchow, Zoe Pitts, Jeff Gus, this is Rick Olson, reminding you that tonight's Colfax High School football game is brought to you by the Colfax Animal Hospital, Dairy State Bank, Midwest Environmental Consultants, Anderson Bridge, Synergy Co-op, Slayton's Technology, Pleasant Valley Properties, the Security Agency, Kyle's Buff and Shine. Now make sure you thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're home before sunrise. On top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now, so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
You've been listening to Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Vikings game. You can catch Colfax Vikings games by tuning in any of the Northern Light Webcasting Network outlets. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.